Hey, what's up guys, T-Shove here, kind of video today. Right, so, yeah, today we're going to have another competitive Dueling Network duel, ARG Doomcal against Yugi hyphen Gangster. I don't know why you'd synonymize Yugi with Gangster. I'm assuming that this Doomcal guy is from Auto Reality Games, so maybe he's relevant. We do not know right now. He's been playing a few duels. I haven't really been watching him play, but I know that I've been clicking the watch, trying to see if I could find any duels to kind of hop onto and start watching. But basically, we have this guy starting off first, and he goes and sets 1, sets 3. So we could say that's either Traptrix hand artifact, Gears, which I keep saying in every fucking video I make. But do you know what? It's probably because it is. Oh yeah, also in case you haven't noticed and you haven't been on Dueling Network and you don't watch Dueling Network duels much, they have updated the playing field on Dueling Network last night, so that so now we have the move and play up here, the graveyard here, and the pendulum zones here, which is kind of needs to be like an arrow or something. I think they'll probably add that eventually because at the moment it looks a bit bare. But yeah. So he banishes Rabbit and puts it in next to the. It's so awkward. It's so weird because it's getting to the point where there's so many zones where it's starting to get a little bit cluttered or convoluted, and we need to kind of it's all facing the right direction, which is great. But at the same time, it's kind of not really. You know, it's a bit weird. So anyway, he goes and gets 2 Heliotrope, and if he's got the Pandemic, then we can. Okay, well, no, he doesn't. So, Heliotrope both die, and he sets 1, 2, ends his turn, and it flips over back to Doomcal. Now, Doomcal has an advantage here. Oh, it's Gwaiba. Okay, so this is very strange. So, it's going to be an Evilswarm versus. I have no idea what the hell he's playing. So, yeah, Gwaiba's going to die. That's kind of the consensus there, because Gwaiba on its own does nothing against an empty field. He's just obviously flipping it up to attack. So at this point, the Yugi Gangster has a bit of an advantage here because he's about to search for possibly Bottomless, I don't know. So gets that. So he's playing Evilswarm with Traptrix, which is cool because I guess you could combine the two together and have some really great rank 4 plays. Mamilio lets you pop back row while while Ophion just is a bitch. So Mamilio gets you a free search, and you can be done with that. So the deck has moved back. I've realised that now. So they had to push the grave up, then move from play zone up, and then they had to move the deck back down. So now there's only room for 5 cards in hand before it starts to shrink. So Serato comes on the board, and at this point we can now deduce that he's probably playing Evols. Now Evols is a cool little deck, pretty good. I don't know why the guy's bottomlessing Serato. I mean, you can get over Serato with anything, don't be an idiot. So Book of Moon flips it down, and he summons Mandragora, and I believe that Serato has 1400 defense. He normal summons Karikium, and he attacks. Let's do it! Push through. You can do it. You're such a gangster. You're so balling. Okay. So Karikium slaps him in the face with his rod. So Doomcal is okay, great. So at this point Evols suffer when it's a combo deck, it's like Evil Force and Jasho. You have to combine cards together to get the right plays off, and obviously Singularity allows you to carry on, having a lot of fun. So if he's got Singularity set, he's waiting on an Eva tile, or he's waiting on something else. So he sets 1, and he summons Gwaiba. He gets Solemn Warning, and are we going to go to a very quick game 2? We do not know. So at this point, if he summons another Evilswarm, chances are he has game, unless of course there's a torrential set. So he attacks for another 3,150, which is nice. Brings it down to a very handsome. So clearly the reason why he did this is because he has Soul Charge in his hand, so he's waiting on the right cards. That's kind of annoying. You don't want to lose your cards and stuff, but if it happens. But basically the guy's wasted a Solemn Warning, a D Prison, a few things like that. So Gwaiba comes back on the field again. I think he's lost. I think it says. Oh fuck my life! D Prison. Okay, right. So that goes it. That's it. So that was really quick. So basically, it was the I have tons of back row. You have loads of normal summons. That was quick. So basically, we saw 2D prisons, a whole bunch of other cards. You know, it was pretty sad. So let's move on to game 2. Okay, with the Evols against Evils. I guess you could say that. The 1-letter difference, I guess. So Doomcal is going to start first again, I think. Yep. So we're going to see. Right. So he sets 1, go. So he set 4. So at this point, Evilswarm's going to probably try and do the rabbit play again if he drew into it. But to be honest, we can say that Ophion isn't really that relevant against anything to do with Evols. Evols can get over it pretty easily, but obviously Ophion is a little bit bigger than most of the Evols. The only one that it isn't bigger than is Solder, and Solder is the #1 card to go into with Evo Singularity. So he tributes Najasho and gets himself a caster, or nabs the caster from the field. But of course, you can pandemic that if you wanted to. So Mandragora does nothing. He normal summons Heliotrope. He goes and gets himself a I don't know, Serato, I'm assuming. Probably Serato. There's no other reason to get any other one because he hasn't got any back row. So at this particular moment, the game is quite one-sided. The evil player is basically forcing himself to lose cards so that he can resolve Singularity, take control of the board. But then by that point, there will be back row, so Solder might not. Okay, so he just sent MST and wiretap to the graveyard. Okay, I'm assuming that was a misplay or something happened that was a bit dodgy, but okay. Right. He MSTs his wiretap, I'm assuming, and lets it go. I don't know why. Okay, sure. Very, very strange. I don't know. I'm assuming maybe there's something in his hand that he's going to use. That was very weird. I don't know why he did that. I mean, why would you do that in the first place? You could MST the wiretap later and then make sure, you know, maybe get equity on whether or not he's going to summon Ophion. So you could actually prevent someone from doing something even though your back row is dead. So, don't know why he MST'd his own card. Now he's really lost himself cards, so very, very strange. So Serato dies, and I don't know why the hell he didn't put it into attack mode because it would be 2100. Very, very strange. And that's that. So he doesn't kill his caster so that he gets another additional normal summon next turn. Well, not really. Actually, no, you have to be normal summoned. Okay, never mind. See, I never really properly played Evilswarm. I just know like what they do, but I sometimes forget what some of the cards do. Like, you know, to the point where I play the deck or something. So Nightmare. So Evilswarm Nightmare is a cool card because when a monster's special summoned, you can flip it down to defense mode, which is kind of nice. So he sets all of his back, you know, his cards. So I knew that he would have a whole bunch of back row, and Serato is pretty much screwed. Why the hell would you MS2 wiretap? It's so ridiculous. I don't know what he was thinking. And that's it. So basically, Dimensional Prison comes and says goodbye to him. And obviously, it could be an MST or something like that. He's going to take the 17, I suppose. I'm sure Evilswarm has played multiple wiretaps, so I think this face down isn't going to happen. Unless, of course, that's a wiretap, which would have been even more dumb. So, he sets, I'm assuming a Westlow, because it's the only thing that he can really set to help with the situation. So he summons Krykion, and he's, you know, the fact that he just summoned it without giving a shit basically means that he's got wiretap set. So, he's going to flip it up, and it's an Ajasho. This guy has been drawing so bad. I mean, Evils are okay. Like, you need to be drawing into your Evo diversities and your Evo forces In this particular instance, the evil player would have an advantage because Evilswarm Nightmare can kind of flip one down, but the other one gets kills and so on. So Black Ship of Corn comes onto the field, does 1,000. He ends his turn. As I said before, Evils need to have multiple cards in hand to work. So MST hits the face down, and it's Pandemic, so that doesn't really do anything. It's not important. So unless he was planning on dark holing, which you wouldn't MST in the first place because there's nothing to stop a dark hole. He soul charges. He takes 3,000. Summons Najasho, Serato, and another Najasho. So he takes 3,000. He flips down a whole bunch of stuff down, and he sets another card, and he says, "Go for it." So at this point, Kurikion could completely destroy everything, because you were to literally summon a whole bunch of stuff and go forward. So Black Ship of Corn is not going to attack this guy, but he might attack one of these because the gesture off the board is a good thing. Although that being said, any if this is a Westlow, he can flip summon anything, summon the Serato back up again, and then summon Dolka. Nightmare can't activate because if it does, it will die, and then Dolka carry on. But that means the D prisoners might be there. So depending on what he draws, it could vastly affect how the turn plays out. So Heliotrope, great normal summon. Yeah, I mean Heliotrope is pretty good considering it. 1950 normal summon is pretty good. Doesn't get Fiendish Chain. It's a great beater, better beater than Thunder King in a lot of ways. But Thunder King is still the best. Diplo, it was a bluff. I don't know why he didn't just. I'm guessing he just read the way that he was playing the deck. So, yeah, interesting. So there we go. We're back to the Evilswarm player. I don't know why this guy. He's just. I don't know what he's doing, but he's just not playing very well. I mean, this should be a very easy matchup for the Evol player, but he obviously hasn't been drawing very well. Maybe it's just a very inconsistent deck. I don't know. Because in my experience of Evols, which I used to play Evols religiously back when they were decent, well not decent, but back when they came out, when I was playing them against Rabbit format and stuff like that, they were just really good. They would push through loads of different cards and stuff. It was just a really good deck. Had lots of inconsistencies, but gained consistency through an Galactic Overlord. But that was so long ago now, and now that Evil Singularity exists, some of the plays that they can do are great, and yet for some reason he just hasn't done anything. He's just been sitting there setting cards. I mean, I feel slightly insulted, even though I don't play the deck anymore. I feel slightly insulted that he is doing this in such a. He's just playing the deck in such a terrible way. Like for instance, Econs shouldn't be played on more than one, and yet he's been using multiple Econs. So Master Key Beetle gets summoned, and he uses its effect. Does he use its effects? Okay, he doesn't use its effects. So the gesture dies. And Black Ship of Corn will kill this. So for some reason it was so one-sided. It's really ridiculous. So Evil Singularity gets activated, and Wiretap is obviously going to be there because why the hell would there not be a Wiretap? It's so ridiculous. I said there would be a Wiretap, and it is. So Evilswarm does play multiple Wiretaps because of the amount of level 4 or rank 4s that they could make. They need to make sure that it gets through. So. At this point, it's game because Doomcal, you can't win with one card in hand in Evos, so that's it. So, I hope you guys watched this somewhat shame of a duel. I guess it's okay, but at the same time, it could be a little bit more back and forward if the Evil player actually decided to play his cards a bit better. When you set free back row and you've got stuff, you might as well flip up your Evil Singularity and play it rather than wait for it to get wiretapped. Because if you're playing Evil Singularity, the idea is that you get a big beast on the board so that you can attack over their shit, because that's kind of how it is. So the fact that he didn't make any momentum means that he lost because it's just bad. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'm gonna have another video on later, which was before the Pendulum Storms came up, of me, not me, but I was watching a I think it was Gears. No, there's Trap Chicks Hand Artifacts with xCloud against some kind of burn deck with Marsh Ballon and Wave Motion Cannon and stuff like that. So tune in later and you get to see that. it was a bit weird, but a couple of Dueling Network is the reason why I don't play on Dueling Network, because you just can't expect there to be a fantastic duel every single time. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, the Thetcglover is out.